No, you're not no good for me, but you look so good to me, yeah.
Welcome back, or hello if you're new. My name's Calia, and it's nice to see you. Don't look at me like that. You know my intro fine. Like, what? Cringy. My stuff ain't cringy. He a hater. My brother's a hater. Straight hater, right. Bro. Y'all like my intro? I like my intro.
Welcome back, and welcome if you're new.
Anyways.
Okay, let me stop playing.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Calia Griston back at another YouTube video. And as you guys can see by today's title, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to be a baddie in 2020, how to gain that confidence that you want and that you need. I'm not an expert or whatever, but I feel like I have, some pretty cool advice and tips that I could, share with you that has worked for me at least. And, you can take to it. You might like it and you might not. It's all up to you. I can't really tell you what to do. But yeah, we're going to get all into this video. Before we get into this video, make sure to give us a big like, comment down below something nice. Make sure to subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Last but not least, go connect with me on my social medias, on my Instagram, Calia.Grinston, my Snapchat, CCJan04. That will all be in the description box below. I went to the park today, took some fire pictures that I'm going to post on Instagram today. It is so pretty, so you might want to go follow me just to see that, just in case or whatever. But yeah, we're going to get on to this video. I hope you guys like it, and let's go. Alright, so the first piece of advice that I could give you guys is to remember that everything in life is a mind game. At least that's how I try to live my life, and that's something that I've learned growing up, is you have to manifest what you want. If you want it, you have to believe that you're going to get it, have faith, and it will come true. You can't go around saying, oh, this is never going to happen to me, and I don't believe this, and this, and that. You can't speak all negative and then think that somehow all positive things are going to happen to you. If you think a certain way and you see that thing happening, that's going to happen. Unless you flip that all around, think positive things, see that, believe it, know that it's going to come. It's going to happen. So yeah, everything is a mind game. So be careful of what you think, because all you're doing is manifesting it. And if you see me looking down, I have my notebook that y'all have seen before in my other talk videos. But remember that your thoughts have power. So if you go around thinking, oh, I'm ugly, or oh, I'm this, yeah, you're gonna believe that. Second thing I want you guys to remember is that you are your own worst critic. That's something that I always told myself, as well, and it's something that's helped me. Because, for example, let's say I'm in school, right? And that morning, I was rushing out the house. I get to school, I'm not really looking my best. And when you don't look your best, you don't feel your best either. And sometimes that shows. So sometimes you're like, oh, my hair doesn't really look that good today, or something like that. Oh, I'm getting pimples on my face and I'm breaking out. But something I've always told myself is, Calia, you're your own worst critic. It doesn't look as bad as you think. So try to tell yourself that, because us as humans, we are so hard on ourselves. And most of the time, the bad things that you think about yourself, a lot of people don't even see that. You could think that you're looking bad and somebody could compliment you, be like, oh, you look great today. And you thinking like, what, really? So just try to tell yourself that, like, you know what, it's not as bad as I think it is. So yeah, remember, you are your own worst critic. Third thing I could tell you is to be a little selfish with your time. Honestly, I don't like selfish people, but at the same time, I feel like there's nothing wrong with being just a little bit selfish. I feel like everybody deserves to be selfish with their time a little bit. Take some time out of your day, every day. Get to know yourself. Figure out what you like, what you don't like. Acknowledge your flaws, your insecurities. Learn about yourself. Learn to love yourself. And if you can't, accept your flaws, if you can't accept them, then change them, or, improve them. Do what you have to do, but take that time to yourself. Quiet time. Just maybe read a book. Just get to know you. What do you like to do? Where's your happy place? Do you know that stuff? So take the time to do that. The fourth thing I would say is don't compare yourself to others. Please don't do that. Especially if you're on Instagram, be like, oh man, this girl is so pretty and she's always posting beautiful pictures. I want to be like her. I want my hair to be like her. Don't do that. Especially to no Instagram model. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it because for one, okay, yeah, they get a whole lot of likes. They get a whole lot of comments, a whole lot of views. But do you know what's deeper than all that? Like, what's beyond that photo? Do you know how their life is at home? Do you know the struggles that they go through on a day-to-day basis? Looking at people and seeing them smile, for one, just because you see somebody smile doesn't mean they're happy. People fake it all the time for a camera. For example, today I went out to a park and I took Instagram pictures. They came out cute as heck. By the way, and I took them by myself. It was hard. I had to use tree branches, set the stuff up. It was hard, but I made it work. Anyways, I'm looking, very nice and looking very happy in the pictures. I am happy, but it was hot as heck. And I was able to, fake a smile even though I'm like, man, it's hot. I'm ready to go. Why did I take these pictures? So yeah, people are really good at faking a smile. And one thing you should never do is try to compare yourself to those people because you don't know what they go through. You don't know what they struggle with. And you don't know the trauma that they could have been through. And you want in their life not even knowing them for real. You can't do that. And also, imagine Instagram without likes. Imagine it without comments. Imagine it without views. There's a lot of people that live for feedback when it comes to Instagram. They need to know who liked their pictures, who commented what, how many views they got. Imagine if all of that was taken away. And everybody was equal when it came to just posting. You could just see all the posts, but no feedback. It would be different, right? Something to think about. Fifth thing is write a short phrase or paragraph and read it aloud to yourself every day in the mirror. It doesn't have to be nothing super long, but basically it's just like faking it until you make it. If you fake a certain way, the more you do it, you might start to believe it. Just like those psycho people that are like obsessed with like celebrities and they try to be like them and try to dress like them, talk like them. Eventually that might get stuck with them and it's just like, dang. But yeah, just write a short paragraph. I am loved. I am beautiful. I am happy. I am strong. I am confident. I am this and that. And if you say that, the more you look at yourself and say it, you're going to believe it. And next thing you know, you're going to have that whole phrase memorized. And when it comes to anybody trying to talk to you sideways or anything, be like, oh, no, because you're going to know yourself. So it's all about loving and accepting yourself. So, yeah, write a little phrase or something and just say it. And then one day you're going to feel like ain't nobody going to be able to tell you nothing. 6 is do what you love and do not care what others have to say about it. Develop an I don't care attitude. So, find out what you love. That goes again with the whole take time out to yourself to figure out what you like, what you don't like, So yeah, do what you love and don't think twice about doing it because for one, it makes you happy. Stop trying to please others. How you gonna build confidence trying to please others? Because you're not gonna be happy, and that's gonna lower your self-esteem because you're trying to do everything to please other people and you're miserable. Don't do that. Do what you love doing. Like for example, I was talking to my friend yesterday. And we were just talking about YouTube, And she was telling me that, she likes to sing too. And she kind of wants to, sing, but she's afraid of what people are going to say. And I told her, I said, you know what? I get love now doing what I do. But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. People at our school, it wasn't like that. It was a lot of people was just like, oh, she's not going to make it. She's not going to do this, and that. And now there's people liking my videos, sharing my videos. I might not have 1,000 subscribers, but I'm getting love now just as a small YouTuber. So do what you love, because eventually that love is gonna come to you. And then not only that, when you do make it, you're gonna be able to remember, okay, this person wasn't here from the beginning. This person was here, and that's how I look at it. I'm gonna do what I love regardless, because it makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, develop an I don't care attitude, meaning, okay, you're going to do this because that's what you want to do. I don't care if you have a problem with it. It makes me happy. I mean, don't be stuck up either, but at the same time, don't try to please others. That's why I'm saying be a little bit selfish. Think about yourself sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't be so shallow, There's a balance. There's an in-between of all of that. Develop an I don't care attitude, but the downside of that is sometimes when you develop that I don't care attitude, you start to really not care about things. And that's real, because when I was struggling being confident, and I was, just like, I don't care, I'm gonna do this, I like this, da 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 da. And then eventually you stop caring about people and their feelings, and you kind of get cold-hearted, and you don't want to be like that. And so that's kind of where I am now, like, and I don't want to be this way. I still want to make myself happy, but at the same time, I still want to care. I don't want to be cold-hearted. I'm not going to say I am cold-hearted, but yeah, that's a different story. Anyways, number 7 is be careful who you allow in your life and around you. Their words/actions could be draining you or removing peace from your life, which could lower your self-esteem and confidence. Be very picky. There's nothing wrong with that. It's your life. You get to decide who you want in it and who you don't. I mean, you don't have to be mean about it, but it's just some people that just can't rock with you. Like, you see the way that they move and see the way, how they act, and it's just like you don't want that in your life. If they're negative people, if they're toxic people, if they do certain things that you don't want influencing you, then there's nothing wrong with that. And then especially, be careful who your friends are. Because this is why I don't have friends, because there's a lot of girls who claim to be your friend, but then they talk a whole lot of crap about you, and they be plotting against you, and then they think that they're better than you, and they try to put you down, and then you just, you're listening to all of that, and just like, dang, she called me this, she called me that, and you start believing it. Sometimes it's better to be by yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you don't want to be around people who constantly bring you down or constantly make you feel bad. You need peace and happiness, and that's like my main goals in life. Like, if you're stressing me out, if you're doing too much, like, I don't want you. And I'm the type of person to just cut people off, like, out of nowhere. You're going to pop up and be like, dang, where'd Calia go? Yep, gone. I'm gone. It's that simple. So, yeah, just remove those people. I mean, you can still, like I said in my previous video, sometime in January, I was like, you can still be friends with those people, but, at the same time, you have to do what's best for you. And you need happiness, and you need to feel great. You need to feel beautiful. You need to feel all of these great things. And if there's people around you that is just like, you're this and you're not going to make it, and oh girl, you can't even sing, or oh, you can't even draw that good, like, you need to give up. Don't do that. Because you take it and you're absorbing all of that in. And how are you supposed to feel like a baddie or feel like some confident goddess? You're never gonna feel like that if you're around people like that who bring you down. You need to be around people who lift you up and tell you that you're gonna make it, and support you through it all. Number 8 is remember that no one is perfect and that we are all human. So don't be too hard on yourself, because we all make mistakes. Laugh and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Us as humans, we are way too hard on ourselves, and we feel so down about the smallest things we do. You're not perfect. You're just not. No matter how hard you try, you're not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. I make mistakes all the time. So don't expect yourself to, oh dang, I did this again. It's okay. It is okay. You're human, and you're never going to feel confident about yourself if you think like that, because then now, instead of those other people in your life putting you down, you're putting yourself down because you're so hard on yourself. Don't do that. Laugh it off. Be like, dang, I done tripped down the stairs again. Just laugh. Like, me, I'm so goofy, I laugh at everything. I laugh at everything. So yeah, just laugh it off. You make a silly mistake, just laugh, keep it pushing, keep going. Number 9 is to compliment yourself daily and tell yourself something new that you like about yourself. So wake up, look at yourself, think deep, and just be like, I like your smile. Or, I like your personality. Or, well, you're talking to yourself, but, just saying something like that. For example, me, I really, 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 really love my cheekbones. So much. Like, my face is getting fat, so they starting to deform just a little bit, but they're still there, and I love my cheekbones so much. I really do. So yeah, compliment yourself. If you focus on all of the negative things about yourself, how are you going to be able to see all of the great, beautiful things that you have? Or see those inner things about yourself you're not going to notice it because you're so focused on bringing yourself down. And sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes you don't try to bring yourself down, but just as humans, we're just so hard on ourselves. That's all it is. We're so hard on ourselves. And we put ourselves down without even noticing. Be like, oh my God, I'm so ugly. Don't say that, because if you say those bad things about yourself, then you're actually going to start believing it. And you don't want to believe those things because that's not true. You're not ugly. God makes you beautiful the way that you are. Big, small, stick figure, anything. You are beautiful and you are worth it. You have to tell yourself that stuff. You can't say you're a loser. You can't say any of that. Anything you want, you got to manifest it. You got to believe that it's going to happen. You want that apartment? You 18, you just graduated, you want that apartment? Think on it. Pray on it. Believe it. Have faith it's going to come. Be like, dang. Or don't be like, oh, dang, I just graduated. I don't have no money. How am I supposed to do this, and that? Don't do that. Don't worry. Don't worry. I saw this post on Instagram saying, I don't remember exactly what it said. I'll try to insert the picture on here. But it was something like, okay, is there a problem? Yes. Can you solve that problem? No. Then don't worry about it. Or, is there a problem? Yes. Can you solve that problem? Yes. Then don't worry about it. Like, just don't worry. It's not good to worry about situations, especially if they're not in your control, because what can you do about it? And if you can do something about that problem, then don't worry, because you know that you're capable of doing what it needs to fix that problem. So don't worry about it. It might not come right now, but it's going to come. And so don't worry about it. And last but not least is to remember that with everything, it takes small steps to get where you're going. Move at your own pace. Everybody's different. It might take people some years of practice to finally, get to that place where they just feel like, you know what? I am beautiful regardless. I'm comfortable in my skin. I love myself. I love my personality. Yes, I might have, some insecurities, but I can work on that. It takes time. You're not going to wake up and be like, oh, I'm that stuff. No, you're not. And if you do, hey, everybody moves at their own speed. So yeah, that's the end of this video. But yeah, you are worth it. You are beautiful. You are. You have to tell yourself that. Think positive thoughts. Manifest what you want. And it shall come. Thanks for watching.